Greetings, Keishlings. I'm here with my live reaction of One Piece chapter 1114. Alright, so we know the world is sinking. At least that's the theory that Vegapunk has. Is it the truth to the world? I mean, I kind of detailed a little bit of a madman theory at the end of last chapter, so go check that out. But yeah, let's let's hope that's not the case because good lord. But anyway, so let's see. The Wings of Icarus. Okay, so we're still in the Wano, the whole thing with Yamato. So he's talking to, why can't I remember your name? Why? I'm so horrible with people's names. But yeah, getting some history and lore of Wano. Great. Traveling the path, of Odin and everything. So that's cool. Let's see here. The world is shocked. Navy HQ, the new world. The world's gonna sink into the ocean? Does he realize what he's saying? Dr. Vegapunk. Sakaki is, not Sakaki. Is it? Good lord. Anyway, God, I suck with names all of a sudden. But yeah, he's kind of holding his tongue. So, like, do you know or did you not know? The town of Mockery, Mocktown. Yeah, this guy's alright. Is he trying to panic everyone and take the world down with him? How the heck is the whole world meant to sink, Mr. Genius? Ha ha ha. The city of Water, Water 7. If he was just talking about this city, I'd believe him in an instant. But the whole world, it'd take a lot more than rising tides to do that, right? So, I mean, they've literally turned Water 7 into a city that can float. So, like, they already know. The whole thing with the, what was it called? Crap, I'm so bad with names. Polly, help me here. But yeah, like, they're essentially, well, what's our equivalent of that? The, Laguna, something like that? Or am I thinking of that Pokemon one? I can't remember. But anyway, so yeah. Oh god, Doflamingo, the underwater prison. Impel down. Foo. This just gets better and better, isn't it? Your job to take care of the inmates? Magellan, what are you gonna do if the prison gets completely flooded? The irony is that it's a wonder that doesn't happen already. What is it made out of? You have a point. The sudden water level rise earlier caused havoc with some cells, and that was only 1 meter. How many meters would it take to cover the whole world? Most urban areas would be screwed if water levels rose by just another 5 meters. Maybe we should all evacuate. Evacuate where? To the Holy Land? Also, gotta love that Magellan is just kind of chilling outside of Doffy's cell. We could always go somewhere high up. The Ryugu Kingdom, Fishman Island. Father, is it really going to happen? Bah. It sounds so outlandish. Yaman. I feel like your city was the first. Egghead, the island of the future. This is crazy talk, but the world's most acclaimed scientist is saying it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's true. It'll cause mass panic and chaos. Enough with the lies and madness, Vegapunk. So Hound is not having it anymore. Oh, and 4 of the 5 Gorosei are just kind of like, brr. Quickly eradicate the broadcast snail. No, snuff out every living thing you can sense. We can deal with the ramifications later. Okay, so they're just going to go on an all-out killing spree right now. My god. And there's York, looking around. Damn, Stella, did he really spill the beans on everything? Please humor me for a moment as I make a prediction. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now, as I record this, an exceptionally vicious earthquake will rock the entire planet. What? Don't tell me he's talking about today's earthquake. Didn't he die after this recording? So now we're on Whole Cake Island, of all things. What, did it say that when it shifted? No, it didn't. Weird. So we got Smoothie there and Mont Door, of all random people. Following this calamity, sea levels the world over will rise by 1 meter. He really did predict it. A number of islands will become uninhabitable. No way, he actually saw it coming. And naturally, many beaches will also be completely submerged. So we're seeing like a town that was destroyed by the rising water. If this doesn't come to pass, feel free to disregard the rest of this message. Yeah, that kind of put the icing on the cake, as it were. You know, he's like, hey, I predicted this shit. Listen to me now. And the dude on Long Ring Island, or Long Island, he's like, well, shit. This is freaky. How was he able to call it? Now we got Kuzan here. Assuming, however, these events have transpired, then please pay heed to what I have to say. The earthquake I just predicted cannot, strictly speaking, be considered a natural phenomena. What? Vegapunk, not another word! So they're just, oh god, they're still going, or he's still going after Robin. Get out of here. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. Yo ho ho. Oh, she's helping them out. They got knocked back, and she caught them in one of her spider webs. Good Robin. Ooh, can Chopper withstand that? Does the deadly poison affect his fur? Also, what did you hit him with that made his face like that? Because I'm not really sure who was around that could have done that kind of level of damage. But anyway, be gone! And that brought me to what proved to be my first grave sin. Mars, what is the status of the power station? I am seeing it now. We must preserve the contents of that room. I'm almost there. Wait. So that's what it looks like. But hold on. That's the other page. I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting energy source. Hell-bent on driving the world to a bigger and brighter future. The Mother Flame. So he's made it into the lab? Or, wait, who the fuck is just wrecking the shit now? But I flew too close to the sun. The Mother Flame. You gotta love that they just put text on top of text sometimes. So there it is. It's literally just a flame. Inside of like what looks like a water chamber, which is kind of weird. I don't get it. Is it supposed to be like the birth of creation kind of thing? I don't know why it's just a literal flame. Also, what is this A and Mu? I'm not sure. Atlantis and Mu, you know, Atlantis being underwater kind of deal. I don't fucking know. But anyway, it's also labeled as S108. 108 has like religious connotation to it because of like 108 souls and things like that, and it's like I wonder if that's what this is. Maybe it's actually like the soul of the planet, hence why it's called the Mother Flame. I don't fucking know. Or maybe it's straight from the sun. That whole Icarus line might have hinted at that. We have to eradicate all the life forms. We must be relentless. So there it is. It's reacting, it looks like. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, though. It's no use. Nothing's working in order to understand. What is it? We didn't even phase it. So they're fighting the robot, the Navy is. Duh! Where the world is heading? Ouch, that's hot. We'll be burned to a crisp if we don't hurry. So yeah, that thing's on fire. Luffy over there laughing. We got the giants on the run. Let's see here. We must first address the past, specifically what happened. Between 9 and 800 years ago, a century long period that most think of as a blank part of history. The fact that it's blank, okay, there's Mu or Emu. Those miserable Marines. So now the world nobles are getting in on this. We're seeing their reactions now. What are they doing? Hurry up and shut this cretin's mouth. Fitting it is known as the Void Century, since all information about it has either been erased or lost, and that is true for the most part. But there is one last key to unlocking most scraps and echoes from the past then. Death is too good for him. Bring back his body. I'll tear him limb to limb. Death's too good for him. I love that. You fuckers skipped leg day and everything else. You couldn't rip a limb off a chicken that was cooked to tender levels unseen. The Void Century, what is he talking about? So the young nobles don't even know. They're so wrapped up in their own thing, like they literally were probably all baited into the whole thing under the Gorosei to maintain their power and to rise up, but ultimately they would probably be thrown to the wolves at the end of the day too. And they're so fucking stupid about it. Oh look, there's Saul. The poneglyphs. These lonely stones, dwelling in various quiet and calm lands all over the globe. The text inscribed on them, once decoded, is our one and only method. I love the way he's describing them. Durishi. So he's laughing about all of this, of glimpsing this unknown past, because you helped him get that information. Excuse me. Orange Town, East Blue. Hey, did you know that way back when 20 kings teamed up to create the world? I wonder if this old-timer knows about any of them. What? I mean, he might know. Who can say? What do you think, Cho-Cho? Woof. Oh, you gotta love that we're seeing this dude again. Despite this, any attempts to decipher the poneglyphs is considered taboo by the world government, and so I felt compelled to commit my second grave sin. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era myself. I was fortunate enough to inherit several documents from a certain group of exceptional archaeologists that allowed me to decipher a number of poneglyphs. So Robin's like, it's O'Hara. Basically, my people. I mean, they are her people. Zoro-san, Jinbei-san. Brooke's like, we need help. I pursued this research as far as possible, and I have no regrets. History is a story, after all. I mean, it's in the name. It's a high story. Anyway. Or hi, look, story. Anyway, whoa. The ground's moving. Uh-oh. Is the ship gonna fall off? Look, the clouds are stretching. Huh? This must be what Edison was talking about. That's right, with the edge of the clouds further out, we'll be able to leap right into the ocean. Oh. Okay, but how did he do that? Wait, he's not dead? Y'all straw hats had better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. By that there government. I mean, that's about how he sounds. And in truth, I only know a small fragment of this 100-year-long tale. It wouldn't be right to leave you with baseless speculation, so I'll limit myself to the facts as I know them. Enough, Straw Hat, it's pointless. The star of this story, it's gonna be Joy Boy. It's gonna be Joy Boy, isn't it? Was born 900 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. This next move is gonna work. So he keeps punching him. Just like the legendary sun god Nika from the Fables of Elbath. He too fought with a stretchy and elastic body. They called him Joy Boy. Stop it! You're cracking us up! He keeps burning his hand. He was the first man to take to the seas. Huh? The first one to be called a pirate. Joy Boy the Pirate. Okay. The original pirate! And it's on break next week. I don't know if that's because this was released early, late, I don't know. But, I know there was going to be a break, but I wasn't sure because we didn't get one all of last week for some reason. I was pretty sure it lined up with that. But hey, Joy Boy, original pirate. I'm taking a drink. So, he had the devil fruit. He went out into the ocean. Became the first pirate. Though, the way he said it, like, the first one to go out to sea. So, I guess at this point, like, maybe ocean technology wasn't as prevalent as it is now. But then again, it's theoretically possible that there was more land back then, so people didn't have to travel on the ocean as much. So, I don't know. And plus, they were scientifically advanced and everything, as he said. I forgot what they called the kingdom, if it's official name or whatever. But yeah, the Lost Kingdom, the one that Clover wanted to speak and got shot for. So I'm assuming that they rose up against the Gorosei. And as the notion of like that one world noble, the Celestial Dragons, don't seem to actually know anything about that 100 years. So I'm thinking it kind of just, they were given a lot of pomp and circumstance for their positions. And it was like, hey, give up your thrones. Come up here, baby. And the Gorosei's pitch plan, you know, it's like, you want riches, you want the world, we can give you the top of it. Only the tippy top for you, lovely people. You know, kind of deal. And that's about what I'm thinking they did. And then, you know, they don't know about Emu. They don't know about what the Gorosei and Emu have possibly done to other planets that have presumably, you know, just washed them away, creating water worlds everywhere. Actually makes you kind of wonder, are the moons actually moons? Now that I'm thinking about it, like, it's a little weird that there's that many, like, satellites for this relative size of a planet, but they could have been abundant in water at some point in the distant past, too, or been, like, miniature dwarf planets, as it were. So, I don't know, and then they... Oh, no. They were miniature planets. What if their water got shifted over to the main One Piece globe, and that's how it sank? I don't know. I'm just a crazy man. But yes, yeah, that was just a stupid crack theory, as all of my theories. But you know, it could be. But yeah, the robots still fighting. They can't do anything with their conventional weapons. So, ancient world tech, pretty good stuff. Also, if my whole notion of like with the more land and less sea innovations, maybe that's the reason why they created one of the ancient weapons and it was a boat. Because it was like, hey, we're going to just conquer the ocean with this thing. Or at least part of it. I mean, there is the whole thing with Neptune, but Uranus is a boat. And then you've got the whole thing with, no, not Uranus. Crap, what was the other one called? Shit. I forget. Uranus. Or what? Pluton. Pluton is the ship. And then Uranus, we don't know. I assume it's some kind of airship or something that's that flies or floats. And then So you essentially you have like land, sea, and air conquered. Well, land in the form of Pluton, but you know, it covers you know the base level of the world. Neptune takes care of, or not Neptune. Yes, Poseidon. I meant to say Poseidon. I've been saying Neptune this whole time. I'm an idiot. Anyway, but yes, Poseidon takes care of underwater, and then Uranus was, you know, everything above. Maybe even spatial in its effect on maybe the moons or just planetary defense from other interstellar threats. Maybe that's something that fucked with the Gorosei. What if there were more Gorosei? Maybe there weren't just five. Maybe there was a whole group of them. This is all that's left because they got their ass handed to them by Joy Boy in his kingdom. It's like, who the fuck knows? Only Oda knows, and we'll learn it maybe someday if he so deems it. But anyway, pretty good chapter. Shame it's on break. Again, rip Vegapunk. Like, good lord. The man is a predicting master. Like, he predicted an earthquake days in advance, but then also what its effect would be on the earth. It's like, good lord. Also, that whole line of, like, 5 more meters would then destroy, like, so much more of the planet. Ridiculous. But, anyway, good chapter, good chapter. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below, all that good stuff. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, later days. And until next time, Keishlings. I don't know what's going on anymore, but there was a lot of good things. Ugh.